FC Kaiserslautern, a fallen giant of German football. The Red Devils are four-time German League champions, having won their most recent Bundesliga title in the 1997-98 season. But as of recent years, it has not been a good time to be associated with the club. Following relegation in the Bundesliga in 2012, they have been on a constant regression, with last season being their first in the third Liga in club history. It is now our duty to get the Red Devils back to their best and ultimately to European glory. This is the FC Kaiserslautern rebuild. G'day guys, how's it going? It is JarradHD here. Welcome to another rebuild. This one is a rebuild with a difference. This is bound to be one of the more difficult rebuilds we ever do. It is one that has been so highly requested for as long as I can remember, really. The past 2 years, we are finally doing it. It is FC Kaiserslautern. For those of you who have not seen a rebuilding challenge video yet, here are the rules. So the main objective of this is to take a team to the Champions League final. We will be simulating every single game up until the Champions League final, which we will play ourselves. We can make whatever transfers we like. Realistic, unrealistic, it does not matter. There's a big focus on the transfer window, only showing players that we sign. And finally, don't get butthurt if I sell your favorite player. Let's get into the rebuild. If you guys do go on to enjoy today's rebuild, however, a monster rebuild, make sure you leave a like on the video. Also, if you are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. So this is our starting 11. The good thing about this Kaiserslautern side is how all around decent it is, and a lot of the depth as well is pretty good. There's no real weak links in the side, so I honestly think we should be making a push for promotion out of the third division this season. But in terms of improvements, I want to go in for a new right back, a new right midfielder, and potentially a new centre back. So let's get right to business. The American midfielder Paxton Pomykal is joining us from FC Dallas. Never heard of the bloke. I think he's a new addition to career mode in terms of being an absolute weapon, but the American midfielder signs for just £1.5 million. I'm going to play him on the right midfield for this first season. And a new centre-back joins us here as we sign Nicolas Koza from I believe Montpellier. So that is a huge pickup. £2.25 million for the French wonder kid. We have done the Dallas double here as we sign Reggie Cannon from FC Dallas for £1.6 million. Another young American into the club here. It's just pure coincidence, but at least I'll have a nice little bit of chemistry on that right-hand side. So 3 crucial pieces into the club. We did exactly what we said we wanted to in this opening window. Pomykal, Koza, and Cannon all in. And our side just continues to grow. I think obviously automatic promotion is the goal this season, so let's see how we're going among that goal to get towards that goal on the 1st of January. It's good, but it could be better. We find ourselves currently in 2nd position. If we end the season there, I'll be happy, but Osnabrück, however you pronounce it, they're flying away with the league. They're 11 points ahead of us, and we have a lot of teams breathing down our necks, all the way down to 9th position. It's really, really tough. I really hope we go up automatically. I don't want to have to play the relegation match, but we are currently in the automatic spots. And we have stretched our budget to the extreme here as we make a January signing, a rare January signing. Joshua Wagnerman coming down from Hamburg. £1 million is the transfer sum. Good to get some more young German talent into the side. So just the signing of Wagnerman in this window, but he's going to be a very crucial player for us in this rebuild. This is what the side is looking like. Hopefully it is a side playing in the 2nd division next season. Let's go, lads. We have stayed in 2nd position, but I tell you what, we've actually had a good crack at even finishing 1st in the 3rd division, but we are headed up to the 2nd Bundesliga next season. Only one good season away from a Bundesliga return. Scrolling down the table, not that it has much impact on what's going to happen in the future, but we are up a division. Promoted, baby. The DFB Pokal was won by Bayern Munich. I'm pretty sure we went pretty well. Yeah, we made it to the round of 16 in that tournament. And Paderborn are staying up in the second division. They have won 4-1 in aggregate in the promotion playoff final. Barcelona win an El Clasico Champions League final. And Leverkusen represent German football proudly, taking down Juventus in the Europa League final. So that is the first season in the bin. The board objectives are absolutely ludicrous here at Kaiserslautern, but we have gotten past this first season. We're in to the second Bundesliga. Let's keep on cracking on. Season 2 begins with a new defensive addition. We have signed Kik Pieri, the young Dutch wonder kid from Herenveen in the Eredivisie. £2 million for him. So again, a good price for a good talent. Yannick Sternberg has been our first player, funnily enough, to depart the club in the entire rebuild. He is headed to Spain, headed to Real Oviedo for £600,000. And another one of our bigger players, I guess, sort of gone from the club, or definitely gone from the club, but it's Kevin Krause, headed to Celtic. Neil Lennon's side have signed him for £1.75 million. And our fourth string striker, Timmy Teal, headed to Shanghai off to the Chinese League for £570,000. And we have decided to upgrade at the goalkeeper position. A new number one, it is the Belgian wonder kid, the highly touted goalkeeper Miles Villa, coming across from Benfica, just shy of £3 million for his services. We have sold our Danish midfielder Mads Albeck to Swansea City for £790,000. And then Hendrik Zuck has made the move to CD Lugo for £500,000. We've sold another player. This time it is Christoph Heinlein. I'm getting rid of so many players just because I'm trying to get together the finances to bring in another decent signing. So hopefully these departures are going to eventually pay off for us. Ozgur Ozdima head to Crotone in Syria for £600,000. Trying to break a record here for player departures, but Julius Biada is headed to Malatyaspor for £610,000. And another player departure here, Jan, whose last name I'm not going to even attempt to pronunciate, is the latest and probably last player to depart the club this window. He is headed to the Turkish League for the sum of £560,000. And there it is. With 1 hour remaining on transfer deadline day, we have got our man. We've been selling players to sign him, so he better deliver. But it is Timothy Weah coming across from PSG, getting a few Americans into the side, which I just realized. But Weah joins us for £4.5 million. Beautiful stuff. And we'll go straight out of this cutscene and go and look at the transfer business that has been done here, because as we said, it is the end of the window. A lot of business done this time around. Pieris, Villa, Weah, and then all those names on the right-hand side, all out of the club. I need to put Weah into the starting lineup, but our side continuing to grow. Not sure what to expect from this second season. It's our first one in the Bundesliga second division, so let's see how it's trotting along at the halfway point. Ooh, okay, we're in the promotion hunt. We are in the race for a promotion to the Bundesliga. I was not expecting that. I was thinking our goal should be probably surviving relegation, or probably best mid-table, but at the moment we are sitting in 4th position on 30 points, 1 point out of the top 2, and then 8 points away from Nuremberg. That's actually not a terrible start. No surprise after how busy our window was to begin the season that we haven't done any business in this January transfer window, but the side, it continues to improve. Will we actually go and get promoted to the Bundesliga in the second season? It would be ridiculous, but I would definitely be a fan of it if it were to happen. So we haven't been able to get promoted to the Bundesliga. We have finished 7 points behind Augsburg, who did get into the playoff game. Nuremberg and Darmstadt automatically going up, but I feel like that is an incredible season. I thought, like I said at the halfway point, that finishing out of the relegation zone or even mid-table would be a good season, but 5th place, I would take that. We surely have to be one of the favourites for promotion next season. Bayern Munich once again winning the DFB Pokal. Hannover stay up in the Bundesliga, so we have another season against Augsburg. Again, it's an El Clasico Champions League final. Barcelona taking down Real Madrid once again. And Atletico Madrid take down Roma 2-1 in the Europa League final. So Season 2 exceeded all expectations. Would have been pretty insane to get promoted to the Bundesliga, but ultimately I think it's better for us to stay in the second division because I want to have a side that once we eventually do get promoted, that I want to stay up there and only continue to grow. So season 3, maybe that's the season we get promoted. Let's get into it. So our third season here with Kaiserslautern is going to begin with our first pre-contract signing of the video. It is Romelu Roberto Marcos Vinicius. I'm just going to call him Marcos Vinicius, a Brazilian centre-back, 70 overall. This is a huge pickup. Welcome to Kaiserslautern, mates. This is a signing that might just get us promoted to the Bundesliga. It is Linton Maynard making the move from Hanover to Kaiserslautern. £7 million for the young German midfielder, 75 rated. He'll become one of the highest rated players in our squad and is going to boss that left-hand side of our midfield for seasons to come. Welcome to Kaiserslautern, mate. So this window definitely focused on quality over quantity as Marcos, Vinicius and Maynard join us at Kaiserslautern here. This is what the starting 11 now looks like, a very balanced side. Hopefully it's a side that can get us promoted to the Bundesliga. Let's find out how that progress is going on the 1st of January. Yeah, look, this isn't an incredible start to the season. We find ourselves sitting in 9th position, 26 points. I don't think we're in danger of getting relegated, but we're also in not a great spot to get promoted. We're going to have to make an additional 2 to the side of this window and make a good push up the table if we are a chance of getting promoted this season. We've got a few older players that have less than 6 months remaining on their contracts. One of them is Andre Heinald, the Canadian centre-back. He will be leaving next season. That's fine by me. He's 33 years of age at this point, 60 overall. No huge loss. He's only going to go down. So we've gone ahead and spent £3.8 million on a new centre midfielder. It is a release clause pickup. It is Lewis Ferguson coming across from Aberdeen. A great find. I love a good release clause. You guys know that. Welcome to Kaiserslautern, the Scottish midfielder Lewis Ferguson. And there it is. On deadline day, we have made another signing. It is another release clause midfielder. I just wanted to bolster up the squad depth here. Nicholas Nardi coming across from FC Cologne for £1.45 million. So a decent window here. Ferguson and Nardi into the club. A nice addition to the side. Injuries have hampered us a little bit, but hopefully we can continue to climb up the ladder and make a push for promotion. So we have finished in exactly the same position that we did last season, 5th position. We finished 7 points away from Union Berlin in the playoff game. Hamburg and Dusseldorf up to the Bundesliga. Surely next season we need to be making the push. We came close this season again, but not as successful as I would have hoped. As we scroll down the table, the side's relegated up Firth and AUE with Ingolstadt in the playoff game. That would be huge if they went down to the 3rd division. Bayern Munich win yet another DFB Pokal. They are on fire. Union Berlin do take down Nuremberg and will be in the Bundesliga next season. So there will be a Berlin derby, which will be cool. And Ingolstadt stay up. Liverpool take down Juventus to win a Champions League title here. And Tottenham take down Hoffenheim to win the Europa League. So we continue to add some decent parts to the side. Hopefully next season we make the jump and really get serious about promotion to the Bundesliga, but still a season to be pretty happy with here with Kaiserslautern. Season 4 begins with a Portuguese midfielder joining us here. It is Andre Horta coming across from LAFC. The 24-year-old midfielder joins for just £6.8 million. Another release clause pickup. I promise I'm not going to absolutely abuse release clauses, but when we're in these early stages, they are crucial to our development. I'm really going to focus on bolstering out the squad depth this season, getting some young players in through free agency. So the first one is going to be Lewis Levitt here, a 6'5" English striker who is joining us on a free. 65 overall. Welcome to the club, mate. And then Alfredo Eusebio is coming in as well. He's rejected Atletico Madrid. He's rejected some other club and accepted our offer. The Mexican striker is 68 overall. So 2 quality young strikers joining us here. 2 more free agent signings here. Joe Huntington, the first one. We're signing a left back and a right back. Joe Huntington looks quality. He's 63 rated. He is an English left back. But this guy here, Keaton Davies, 18 years of age, 68 rated. Another important piece to the Kaiserslautern puzzle. Mamadou Gomes and Bastos Dominguez are 2 more players joining us here. I'm really just trying to bring a lot of players in. Even if they only get to the 70s, that will still help us out in a few seasons' time. So, Mamadou Gomes, welcome to the club. You can see I've gone in for a Flores guy, but Pablo Bastos Dominguez, welcome to the club as well. And there it is. Andy Flores does accept our offer. So the Peruvian, yeah, I believe that's the correct term. The Peruvian right midfielder will join us on a free. Rounding out, I would say, a pretty successful window. So again, a very busy window here, just building out the squad. We've got a strong starting 11. It's a starting 11 that I believe will get us promoted, but our depth is now very, very good. We've got a lot of young players and a lot of room to grow with this side, which is always a good thing. So, season 4, I hope it's the one that sees us get to the Bundesliga. But let's check in on the 1st of January 2022. Alright, so here we are halfway through the season, and we are in the position we want to be, or one of the positions we want to be in. We find ourselves in 2nd spot. We are 9 points behind Hanover, however, so they've got a pretty good lead. They're currently undefeated. And Nuremberg only 2 points behind us, so we just need to make sure that we keep on winning. Automatic promotion is the goal. So far in a good position, but not a comfortable one. Lucas Spalvis, our starting striker, has been sold to Monterrey. He heads to the Mexican League for £6.9 million. So now it's a goal of mine for this January window to bring in a new striker. And on deadline day, we finally get the business done. It is a new striker. It is Akimo Luis Openda, signing from Dijon in the French League. £12.4 million to the Belgian striker. Welcome to Kaiserslautern. Openda in, Spalvis out. Our side is looking nice. Let's get the business done, lads. Let's get promoted to the Bundesliga with Kaiserslautern. They're leading the league and they want us to be their manager. Is that saying something? I mean, aren't they undefeated? Hanover? We're going to reject that offer, but that's a big compliment. Oh, crap, lads. We have fallen out of the top 2, out of the automatic promotion spots. We have had a shocker of a second half of the season. We finish 11 points behind Nuremberg and 16 points behind Hanover. And we're going to have to face a Bundesliga club in the playoff final and hopefully get ourselves into the Bundesliga. That is a tough prospect. The side's relegated though. Bochum and Heidenheim, with Duisburg having to fight it out with a Bundesliga 3 side. Dortmund finally break Bayern Munich's run of DFB Pokal championships. We have been promoted to the Bundesliga. Let's go, taking down Mainz in the relegation match. We win 3-2 on aggregate. Let's go. And Duisburg are down as Osnabrück are coming up to the 2nd Bundesliga. AC Milan take down Borussia Dortmund to win the Champions League. And Real Madrid win the Europa League. I feel like the Europa League final this season was more like the Champions League final than the Champions League final was. So we have finally achieved promotion to the Bundesliga. It's taken us 4 seasons, but Kaiserslautern are back, baby, and we're here to get the business done. Let's go, Kaiserslautern. Bundesliga in the 5th season. We're beginning our 1st season in the Bundesliga and the 5th overall with a player departure. It is Elias Huth, headed to Buenos Aires, which is Boca Juniors, for £6.2 million. I mean, it should become of no surprise that we are making surviving relegation our #1 goal for this season. And a good goalkeeper is exactly what we need to spend our money on. Alex Meret coming across from Napoli, the 25-year-old Italian goalkeeper, 84 rated, signs for £32 million. So only the one signing in this transfer window, but honestly, it feels worth it because it is so important to have a good goalkeeper, and we've gone out and done that. Merritt, the star of the side right now. The goal is to survive relegation this season. I'm hopeful about it, but let's see how we're going on the 1st of January. Alright, so we are in the thick of the relegation battle. We currently find ourselves one spot out of the playoff game in 15th position. Hamburg, Nuremberg, and Dusseldorf all behind us. Some big teams ahead of us. Bayern Munich only 1 point ahead of us, but it's a very tight competition, which helps us. 3 points separate us and 9th place Eintracht Frankfurt, so definitely not super doom and gloom, but we need to make sure that we keep pace and overtake these clubs ahead of us. And we have decided to sell a player here. It is Carlo Sickinger, headed to FC Sion in Switzerland for £950,000. Let's go! We're going to make our first pre-contract signing of this Kaiserslautern rebuild. It is going to be Gabriel Jesus, the man that is born on literally the same day as me, down to the day, the year, everything like that. He is going to be joining us next season. 90 rated on a free transfer. Welcome in season number 6, Jesus. If we do manage to stay up this season, we're going to be in an insane position come season number 6. Jesus coming in next season. Oh my, that is going to be nice. But let's make sure we do survive. Let's fast forward to the end of the season. Oh my god, we've actually had a very good second half to the season here, as we end up in 11th position on 42 points. Hamburg and Nuremberg automatically relegated, Hanover in the playoff game, but we've had a great second half of the season. We survive relegation and stay up. Bayern Munich have come from just a point ahead of us to 3rd position, or 4th position, sorry. But Borussia Dortmund ultimately are Bundesliga champions. I could give a fuck though, because we have stayed up. Let's go. Borussia Dortmund go back to back as well in the DFB Pokal. Freiburg take down Hanover 1-0 on aggregate to get promoted. Barcelona absolutely destroy Lyon in the Champions League final. And Everton are Europa League champions. So honestly, I am over the bloody moon that we have survived relegation and done it in style as well. We finish mid-table in our opening season in the Bundesliga. Here's to hoping we can eclipse it next season. No second season syndrome, please. Season 6 begins with a player departure here. Kik Pieri, he is departing the club, off to Malaga for £10 million. Spanish defender Fernando Calero, not sure if I've ever signed him before, but he signs for us here at Kaiserslautern. It is a release clause steal, £13.8 million to the 27-year-old. Thank you very much, Bordeaux. And it's a new right back into the side here. We have signed Pedro Porro, one of the cooler names in football, from Girona, £15 million for the Spaniard. That is an upgrade on Cannon. Very excited to have this guy here. We haven't had him here for long, but it is Ikimo Luis Openda leaving the club. He is headed to PSV Eindhoven for £37.3 million. So that is a ridiculous transfer sum. We've over doubled his value. Great pickup there, or great selling, I should say. A lot of money to help us do some more business in the future. Lennart Grill has departed the club here. Our 3rd string goalkeeper makes the move to Ligue 1, off to Montpellier for £5.5 million. Gino Fechner also out of the club. He is headed to Ligue 1 as well, signing with Amiens for £5.2 million. And a potentially controversial decision, but I have decided to sell Reggie Cannon. After getting Pedro Porro, there's no need to have him, he's too valuable, and we have managed to sell him to Juventus. It doesn't say it there, but I do know that it was £32.5 million. Probably our final player to punch for this opening window, Christian Kulweta, headed to Brescia, £3.3 million, the transfer fee on that occasion. So definitely more of a selling than buying window. Calero and Porro in, and £94.1 million of player out of the club. This is what the starting 11 now looks like, and we have 79.8 million, of course, a little bit less if you work out wages and all that stuff, but I want to go in for a top quality midfielder in the January transfer window. Gonna do some scouting now, but let's see how we're going in the Bundesliga at the halfway point of the season. So we're one position above where we were at the end of last season, and definitely in a better place than we were at the halfway point of last season. Currently in 10th in the Bundesliga. It's very mid-table right now, but we are kind of stuck in between the middle of either making a push for top 4 in European football or the relegation zone. We are definitely stuck in the middle, but we're going to go out, try signing a big midfielder here, a big right midfielder, and see what we can do for the rest of the season. Well, I bet you weren't expecting this. Jadon Sancho jumps from one Bundesliga club to another. We have signed him from Borussia Dortmund for £38.9 million. Oh my god, I love a release clause. And I have asked you guys in the past, I've said, what do you think about release clauses? And you guys have said to me on Twitter here, the overwhelming majority have said, go for release clauses. They are in the game. They're a little bit more lenient than free transfers, than free contracts. They're release clauses, so you've got to use them to your advantage. And my god, we've used them to our advantage here. Sancho, now a Kaiserslautern player. Signing Sancho for such a steal has allowed us to go ahead and bring in Ben Chilwell from PSG. The Englishman, formerly of Leicester City, has joined us here for £31.3 million. So we have had the dream January transfer window. Sancho and Chilwell into the club, and all of a sudden our side has become insane. I am so excited for the second half of the season. We're 9th place at the start of January. Where do we end the season? Oh my god, what a second half of the season it has been. We're playing Champions League football next season, lads. Oh my god. We have just absolutely wiped the floor this season. This second half, Sancho and Chilwell have made all the difference. Champions League football in season number 7. Let's go! Bayer Leverkusen do win the league. Bayern Munich in 6th, and the relegated sides are Freiburg and Augsburg, with Mainz in the playoff game. And we have managed to win the DFB Pokal. Let's go! So that's our first piece of silverware, I believe, in this rebuild, although we did win the playoff finals to get up to the Bundesliga, but we have won the DFB Pokal over Firth 3-1. How good is that? Union Berlin take down Mainz and return to the Bundesliga. Lyon take down Barcelona to win the Champions League. They get their revenge after losing 4-0 to them, I believe, a few seasons ago. And fair play, Bordeaux take down Real Madrid to win the Europa League. So this has been an insane season. We are Champions League bound for the 7th season, ahead of my personal schedule. Let's see what more pieces we can add to this Kaiserslautern side next season. Season 7 gets kicked off in a massive way because we have signed the Canadian wonder kid who is now a world-class left midfielder, Alphonso Davies. You can see the value is £42 million, but we have paid just £12.5 million for him. Bayern Munich stripping on that ridiculous release clause, and we've made the most of it. We have sold Theodore Bergman here. He is headed to Leicester City for £5.7 million. And Andre Horta has departed the club. He is headed to another Bundesliga club, off to Frankfurt for £17.9 million. We are making some massive strides into going deep into the Champions League as we sign Marc Roca here from Arsenal. The man that seems to have a pink and green face has signed for £57.2 million. What an addition to our defensive midfield spot. 2 players in, 2 players out. Davies and Roca into the club. Bergman and Horta out of the club. This is what our starting 11 now looks like. It's a pretty good side. I was looking at it and I'm like, realistically, we only need a new centre back, center attacking mid and striker, and then I think we'd be in a great position to go on a run in the Champions League. But we are in the Champions League this season, so let's go and check out our group. So an interesting group for our first ever Champions League experience. We've been matched up against Chelsea, Valencia and Salzburg. I would say Chelsea, Valencia and ourselves are going to be fighting for that, our second spot, or for the 2 spots out of the group. So very interested to see how we go come January 1st. But let's get to the end of the group stages. Oh, come on. We have missed out on the knockout rounds through head-to-head, I believe, or goal difference. No, it would be head-to-head because we have a better goal difference than Salzburg. We finish on, Salzburg! It didn't even clock that they were the team that got through. Chelsea and Salzburg got out of the group. Ourselves and Valencia miss out, and I believe we are headed to the Europa League. Well, that is frustrating. But something that is not frustrating is that we find ourselves top of the Bundesliga on the 1st of January. It's very tight though. Only 5 points between 1st place and 5th place. So we need to make sure we keep winning. We need to start converting those draws into wins and just make sure we get back to the Champions League next season. Let's go! We are going to make our second pre-contract signing of the entire rebuild. It is Matthias de Ligt, someone that's going to change the squad. 92 rated at age 25. When I make these pre-contract signings, I make them full knowingly that they are going to be game changers for us. I don't waste them on has-beens or bums. I want someone that's going to carry us to glory, and that is exactly what Matthias de Ligt is surely going to do. De Ligt coming to the club next season is going to be so damn good. Then I think we'll be a center attacking midfielder and striker away from a Champions League run. But let's see if we actually qualify for the Champions League next season. Let's go, lads. We have won the Bundesliga here with Kaiserslautern, their 5th Bundesliga or 5th German league trophy in club history. Their 2nd in the Bundesliga era. And we are 1st place. 3 losses all season is incredible. Would have liked to do a little bit more authority. Probably 11 draws isn't incredible, but we won the league, and that is all that matters. We finished 8 points ahead, or 7 points ahead of Dortmund, excuse me. Well clear of Hoffenheim, Leverkusen, Frankfurt, all those sides. But most importantly, we're going to be playing Champions League football again in Season 8. As we scroll down the table here, Hamburg and Hanover automatically relegated with Leipzig. Wow, Leipzig in the playoff game. Wolfsburg did win the DFB Pokal, however. Leipzig have survived 4-0 on aggregate ahead of Bielefeld. Barcelona have taken down AC Milan 3-2 in the Champions League final. And Fiorentina have taken down Spurs in the Europa League. I want to see how far we got into the tournament. It doesn't look good at the moment. Wow, did we really get eliminated? Yeah, we got eliminated in the round of 32. That ain't great. So that is the season done and dusted. Bundesliga champions, qualified for Champions League again, and Matthias de Ligt joining us. Next season is bound to be something special. A new striker to kick off season number 8 here at Kaiserslautern. It is someone I have never signed in a rebuild before. It is Jesus Ferreira, formerly of FC Dallas. In this save, he was at Frosinone in Serie A. We have signed the Colombian striker for £63.4 million. We have sold one of our regen free agent players, Alfredo Osejo, the Mexican striker, headed to Atalanta for £9.4 million. It was a good few seasons with him, but we have decided to sell Fernando Calero. The Spaniard is headed to Fiorentina for £42.1 million. Bloody hell, I wanted to sign this guy. I wanted to get some more regen players into the squad. But this guy's just moved, so we're going to have to go for somebody else. And there's literally no other regens that are world class right now. Just thought I'd fill you all in on that. Flavius Bolisariu has moved. He's off to KV Kortrijk. God damn, I'm bad at pronunciations. But he's moved there for £1.1 million. And another player departure here. Getting rid of a lot of the older, kind of more worthless players in our squad. Florian Pick headed to Estudiantes for £3.35 million. And on the very same day, we sign ourselves a new centre-back. It is a German centre-back, Thilo Kehrer, coming across from Chelsea. £42 million for the German centre-back signature. Jonas Schultz also departing the club, off to England. Rotherham United, £600,000. Selling everybody here. Dylan Esmel off to PSC Young Boys for $3.3 million, and then Antonio Jonjic off to Sarsfield for $3.65 million. When I signed Paxton Pomykal in Season 1, I had visions of having him lifting the Champions League trophy as captain, but his progression has not been as rapid as I would have hoped, and we have decided to pull the pin on the experiment and sell him to Chelsea, £42 million. Decent progression, but not a starting 11 attacking midfielder. But someone who is a starting 11 attacking midfielder is Kai Havertz, who has joined us here at Kaiserslautern, signing him from Leverkusen. £89 million is the transfer fee. He's 90 rated. That is insane. Our new star man, or one of our plenty stars. We've got plenty of stars, but he joins them now. Welcome to Kaiserslautern, Kai Havertz. We have not held back this window. £194 million worth of talent into the club, 105 out of it. So much business there, but look at our starting 11 now. This starting 11, I believe, is Champions League ready. We can really go on a deep run this season, I believe. Still certain positions where players are going to continue growing. Very excited of what this season has in store for us. Let's go and check out our Champions League group. Napoli, Fenerbahce, and CSKA Moscow. Definitely not as intimidating a prospect as we faced last season, but still not the easiest run in the world. Hopefully we get out of the group this season. Surely we're expected to get to the round of 16 and even further. We would have to be one of the favourites for the tournament this season, but let's go and see how we finish. It's been close, but we have gotten out of the group. We finish on 11 points, second in the group. Napoli go undefeated and top it. Fenerbahce were breathing down our necks though, and Moscow just not even close. They only scored one goal all group stage, so a pretty pathetic outing. But who are we versing in the round of 16? We're versing Everton. Okay, Kaiserslautern versus Everton in the round of 16. They always tend to have a pretty good side in career mode, so I'm excited and interested to see who will be coming up against in their side. And our quest for back-to-back Bundesliga titles is in an alright position right now. We're currently in second position, only 2 points behind Borussia Dortmund though, so definitely very close. How about Leipzig? Relegation playoff last season, currently equal second with us. Bit of a change of pace here because we have done no business in this January transfer window. I just want to see how this squad we have now goes into the Champions League. Can we go deep? But the first question is, can we get past Everton? Havertz and Kehrer are suspended for the first leg here, so I've brought in Ferguson and Kozar, both 85 rated, so not terrible replacements by any stretch of the imagination, but Everton have a good side here. They've got Pickford, they've got Onyekuru, but we do take the lead here. Ferguson, he gets his opportunity and gets us the lead here. Beautiful stuff to see. My big goal, Jesus making it 2-0, but my big goal is to not concede here. If it stays 2-0, I'll be happy. We've got 20 minutes to preserve this clean sheet. Into the final few moments, Weyer off the bench makes it 3-0. That is a dream start. So we are in a fantastic position here. If we can pick up an early goal, then I think we're going to be in an awesome position, basically an impossible position to lose. We are 3-0 up here. They get an early goal though, so that is kind of game on, but Jesus basically puts it to bed. We are 4-1 up. Everton need to win this with 5 goals on the board now, so good luck to them. Well, I think it's 5 goals or 4 goals, but then regardless, there's 25 minutes to go. They're not going to get it. Let's just make sure we don't pick up any injuries or suspensions in the final moments. Ferreira makes it 2-1. Kehrer with a yellow card, but he was just suspended, so I don't think that'll rule him out for the quarterfinals. But regardless, we wipe the floor with Everton. 5-1 on aggregate. AC Milan were last season's runners-up, so we have a huge prospect in front of us. If we can get past AC Milan, that is going to fill me with so much confidence that we can go all the way. But if we get eliminated, then that would really set us up knowing where we stand. Thankfully, we have a full strength starting 11 here as we travel away to the San Siro in beautiful Milan. Away goals on the board would be beautiful. They've got Donnarumma, so a tough player to get past Canade. But we do get past him. Ferreira gets us an away goal. They immediately equalise through Suso. But we have an away goal, which definitely helps. Porro gets a knock for us. Another away goal would be beautiful. Come on, 25 minutes to go. It is 1-1 right now. One away goal's decent, but it's not nothing we can bank on. They miss a penalty in Ferreira. Yes, that went our way big time. They miss a penalty, we get a second away goal, and we are 2-1 up. Okay, so it is the home leg here. Unfortunately, Porro is suspended. So what I've done is, injured. So what I've done is switch Kara to right back, brought in Koza. It's not a huge downgrade, but it still isn't fantastic. Koza does pick up a yellow card there. We are 2-1 up. So Milan need to score 2 goals, no questions asked. The longer we can go without conceding, the better. If it stays like this, I would be over the moon. They take Catrone off. There is 25 minutes to go. 20 minutes. Surely, come on. Let's hold on. Semi-final, Piatek gets him a penalty. Yes, we hold on. Havertz gets a goal at the death. And we go through to the Champions League semi-finals in season number 8, 3-2 over AC Milan. So we have taken down one side of Italy, one Italian team on our road to the semi-finals. But now, if we want to reach the Champions League final, we have to take down Fiorentina. Very, very curious to see who they have on their books. Who are we coming up against? And can we make it through to the final to face either Monaco or Barcelona? We're about to find out. Unfortunately, Pedro Porro still injured for the first leg. Might be back for the second leg, but we are going to go ahead and play the same starting lineup that we did in the second leg against AC Milan. Lafont in goals there for Fiorentina. March, Lau, Bergwijn, nothing incredible, but we have taken the lead through Alphonso Davies. I missed that. So 1-0 up here, but the main concern for me, Havertz makes it 2-0. The main thing for me is not conceding an away goal, which we do. Bergwijn, the Dutch winger, making it 2-1. They have an away goal. Can we get a third? We do. Alphonso Davies with the brace. We're in a good position, but not an incredible one. If we had a clean sheet, I'd be over the moon. Come on, lads. One half decent performance away from the promised land. We are 3-1 up here. If we can get an early away goal, we will be in a brilliant position. Same lineup as last time. They make things interesting though. João Leal makes it 3-2 on aggregate. Jesus gets us an away goal though. Let's go. Fiorentina's away goal rule is out of the question. We are 4-2 up with under half an hour to go. Come on, March makes it interesting again. If they get another goal, then it will go to extra time, but they don't. Kaiserslautern, we're going to the Champions League final to face either Barcelona or AS Monaco. Let's go. So here we are, the 30th of May, 2026. It is FC Kaiserslautern taking on Barcelona in the Season 8 Champions League final. We have had a very up and down rebuild today, but we have an opportunity to end it all. Can we do it? Barcelona narrowly getting past Monaco in the final. Same aggregate scores and everything, so we're on a very even playing field. Barcelona looking to win yet another Champions League final in this rebuild. They have been dominant, but can we stop their run of dominance? Taking a look around the other tournaments, bloody Southampton. They have won the Europa League on penalties over Spurs. Fair play, Saints. And we have gone back to back in the Bundesliga here. 12 points clear of Schalke. Brilliant stuff. We have just been incredible in the Bundesliga lately. This has been such a fun rebuild so far. I would kind of want to throw the Champions League final just so we can go for a three-peat in the Bundesliga, but we win the league. The sides relegated are Dusseldorf and Union Berlin, with Mainz in the relegation match. Leipzig have managed to win the DFB Pokal over Freiburg on penalties, and we do not know the result yet of the promotion playoff final. Of course, though, we are going to have a look at our squad report. We have been blessed for this Champions League final. Not a single player injured, not a single player suspended, and hopefully that is a sign of things to come. But honestly, we have built such a good side here at Kaiserslautern. Now, starting 11, our bench. Wait, Davies, he's not suspended. I don't know why that's showing up, but this side we've built at Kaiserslautern is just insane to look at. Great depth, So happy we found, look at that guy, Lewis Lovett, he's growing well. But will this be the moment that we bring glory to Kaiserslautern? Let's find out. The Champions League final, Kaiserslautern versus Barcelona. It's an aging Blaugrana versus a prime Red Devils. Who's going to become European champions? We're about to find out. Here we go, we're on the counter-attack. Sancho. I'm watching all my options. We're going to go to Jesus. No, it's going to go to Ferreira. I'm going to go over the top to Davies. Alphonso Davies. Oh, that one's ended up in Rosie. Come on, Ferreira. We want to get off to a strong start here. That's something we're known for in these rebuilds. Starting strong. We go through. Roca sends it. Ferreira 1-0. That's the perfect start. Let's go. Ferreira's been such a good pickup for us this season. We come out of the gates flying. Huge respect though to Roca, who doesn't have the most incredible shooting stats. I decided to square it across the face of goals, dinking it up beautifully. And Ferreira was so open. Look at that. Terrible marking from Umtiti. And we take the lead here 13 minutes into the Champions League final. Free kick in a dangerous position here for Barcelona. It was Dembele and Umtiti standing over it. They jump over it. They have the shot and Dembele can't curl it in. We're just trying to be smart defensively though, not give them too many options. Arthur on the attack for Barcelona. Goes there to Dembele. Dembele has the shot and forces a good save out of merit. Wait, what happened there? Has that been given a pen? I tried to slide in and block the shot. What has happened here? Please tell me that was outside the box. Okay, it was outside the box. Turned over there. Sancho with a beautiful touch. Havertz going to Davies. Davies to Jesus. Jesus hits it. Save from ter Stegen. And we can't get the follow-up. Here we go. Ferreira playing that one to Jesus. Jesus to Havertz. Havertz through here to Ferreira. Come on, we're looking for some options. Through. Oh my God. He's hit the crossbar! Ooh, how's the testy pop? We're still on though, and we've scored! What the fuck was that? I have no idea how we've scored that. How was Jesus through there? I just played it through hoping for the best. Jesus was in an awesome position. He hit the crossbar. We had the ultimate voice crack. The weakest tip out you'll ever see from ter Stegen. We get the rebound. And we are 2-0 up here on the stroke of half time. Let's bloody go. Here we go. Jesus, look at all these numbers we have piling forward. Over the top. Sancho for 3. Over. Barcelona on the attack here. Pinamonti. He's really been the only decent player for Barcelona in this game. The only one that's caused me some issues. He passes that one to Coutinho. Arthur. Out to Dembele. We're trying to defend here. We're just trying to jockey. I'm not trying to lunge in and do anything stupid. Not trying to give them any good free kick opportunities. But they go through. Pinamonti forces a save out of merit. And they're going to get a corner. They do have the corner here, Barca. They're going to bring Malcolm short. Well, they're going to whip it in there. It's going to be headed by Pinamonti. And he's gotten Barcelona a goal back. Oh, dear. I don't know how he won that header when whoever it was, Davies, was right there. I thought we were going to win that comfortably. But all of a sudden, we miss an opportunity to go 3-0 up. And Barcelona get themselves a goal back. The tide of this game has shifted. And it is now a 1-goal game. Uh-oh. We've got to get back for that. Oh, no. Malcolm's through. Porro's let him get through. And he's hit the crossbar. We need to focus up. We need to really focus. We can't allow them to equalize. Barcelona, I can see them trying to make that run with Malcolm, but it's come off for them. Malcolm's been so dangerous since he came on. Pinamonti wins the header. Oh my God, what a save from Merit. Come on. Over the top. Please be onside, Pereira. He is. Ferreira. Oh, what a save from ter Stegen. That would have secured the result. I thought for all hope Ferreira was offside, but that is a brilliant save from the German goalkeeper. Lads, I am going to be that guy. I am going to do the really selfish thing and time waste here. I'm not worried about getting that third goal. I just want to win the Champions League title with Kaiserslautern. We might even be able to get the third goal. Sancho, we do! Champions of Europe, Kaiserslautern will be. Beautiful play there. Our captain is going to secure the result, and we are going to win the rebuild with Kaiserslautern. Let's go. There it is, lads. The referee blows the full-time whistle. That is the Kaiserslautern rebuild done and dusted. If you guys enjoyed it, make sure you leave a like on the video. Make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below if you are new around here. But I will let you enjoy these historic title celebrations. It has been JarradHD here. I am out. Peace.
If you know what it brings, alright. Sure, they got a one-track mind. One go just a couple more times. One smoke just a couple more times. One blow just a couple more lines. Me, I'm just on my mission. All black, everything politicking. I'm just painting, but I want y'all to listen. Cause my choice can determine my decision. Look what I'm rocking, they looking and talking. Flow is like butter, I cook with it often. No satisfaction, I'm needing it more. All of this action, I'm keeping it raw. I came to work, they came to party, don't all by myself. Calling me, flow, open your mind. Look at my moves. What do you see when you look at my shoes? They don't see all of the walking it took to blossom from being a pawn to a rook and beyond. All black and I'm calm. King born from here. See when you look at me now, everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. What do you see when you look at me now? Everyone looking, they looking around. Ever since I put a foot on the ground, been in the kitchen, I'm cooking it down. One track mind, wanna roll with the squad, get fly. Wings up on an all black eye. When it's done, meditate all night. Shorty got a one track mind. Wanna go just a couple more times. One smoke just a couple more times. One blow just a couple more lines.